The McCain campaign today released a web ad with the testimonials of Democrats attesting to his Maverick-tude. Problem, only one of the testimonials was less than 2 years old. Our fourth story in the countdown. Second problem, the DNC promptly followed with its own web ad with the testimonials of all the same Democrats attesting to how McCain has since betrayed his principles for the sake of the campaign. Here they are, chronologically.
He can work with Democrats on key issues.
I have enormous respect for him. He is a courageous, patriotic American who stands up for what he believes.
I admire Senator McCain greatly.
I know Senator McCain has a lifetime of experience that he will bring to the White House, and Senator Obama has a speech he gave in 2002.
But before that ad, with nothing in it more recent than last March, could rack up even 40,000 views on the YouTube, the Democrats had cobbled together the updated version.
He is not the John McCain as the senator who defined himself, quote, as a maverick.
On Iraq, on the economy, on tax policy, on domestic policy, across the board, he is espousing the Bush policies.
Senator McCain is simply offering 4 years more.
You know, the John McCain of 2000 wouldn't vote for this John McCain.
It's been my honor to welcome my friend, John McCain.
And while the ad from the McCain camp also included praise from Senator Obama, that too is something of a wash, since, believe it or not, both candidates have offered some praise of each other, even recently. Let's call on our own Craig Crawford, also, of course, columnist with CQPolitics.com. Craig, good evening.
Hi.
How did the McCain campaign not see that it was sort of painting itself into another corner on this?
I don't know that they're actually looking forward. They're sort of looking sideways. I don't know if this is presidential campaign advertising or level advertising or just paintball. You know, just aim in the general direction, hope something sticks. The weirdest thing about this to me, Keith, is at a time when they seem to still be trying to play to their base, the conservative base, reminding those voters about how Democrats used to like him so much is not at all helpful to that.
Paintball, I think you may have just named a new show on this network, but looking at the paintball, this event, or hitting Obama on the withdrawal timetable and then McCain having to call it a good timetable, or mocking him about proper tire inflation and then McCain endorses proper tire inflation. Am I right about this, or am I just reading too much into it? Many of the McCain punches, while pretty good punches, seem to have been thrown with no thought of what happens next.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be an overall strategy. It's more all tactical, and does kind of remind me one time Henry Kissinger was dealing with some of his aides who were trying to analyze some weird stuff the Soviets were doing and trying to figure out what strategy they were deploying, and Kissinger said, never assume they have a strategy. I think that's the deal with the McCain campaign, that we shouldn't actually assume they have a strategy. Look, you know, weeks ago they were looking at getting washed out in this race, forgotten, and I think they just decided to get out there and almost on a daily basis kick out something that everyone talks about, no matter how much it might backfire.
Obviously, airing various bites from Senator Clinton's primary days is predictable. Does it hold more of a punch with more to come? Is this a hint that they are actually going to do what a lot of people feared during the primary season among the Democrats, and these clips of Senator Clinton would be used against Senator Obama if it got to that in terms of the nomination?
Oh, it had to happen, always does. Yeah, there were some things Obama said about her would have been used had she become the nominee. I actually think a lot of voters look at that as just sort of the intramural sports the politicians like to play, a little gotcha with each other, and doesn't really hold much sway later on. I think everybody knows the politicians changed their tune after the primaries and when they start endorsing each other, except for Bill Clinton so far. We're still waiting for his hyperbole endorsing Obama.
Scheduled for, what, 3 weeks from yesterday now, according to that news story tonight that we have. Last point, though, there's an easy-to-make ad for Obama like the one today for McCain. You'd have Chuck Hagel praising him. Just take a clip of Gordon Smith's campaign ads in Oregon. The Minnesota governor, the Republican possible vice president on the Republican side, Tim Pawlenty, just praised Obama's tone in the campaign. But as easy as that might be to put together, is the point here that the Obama campaign seems still to be in response mode rather than being proactive?
there is a great danger of walking into that trap. And I think that's part of what the McCain campaign's been trying to do with this just bizarre mix of things they've thrown at Obama, is trying to get him off guard, trying to get him flustered. And that's one thing I've noticed about Obama is he's very calm under pressure and takes things in stride. And I think if he lets his campaign look like it's a little panic-stricken and responding too directly and too often to everything McCain does, he loses that almost above the battle kind of appeal, which I think is one reason he's gotten so far.
Craig Crawford of CQ Politics and MSNBC. Great thanks, Craig.
You bet.